Welcome, everyone, to Chestnut Hill, home of the Boston College Eagles, where fans are filing into Alumni Stadium. They'll look between the field hockey lines, perhaps underneath the Musco lighting that's been imported in, and hope that there will be a party in the moons. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So the Boston College Eagles will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Trying play action. Gets it out fast. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Now on first down from the 28. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, this defense received a lot of well-earned accolades after registering 4 sacks. Last week, they've put everybody on notice, and they're doing it again here early, already registering a sack in this one.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. At the 35, he's open. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to...
Gonna let it fly. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, no! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll leave it with him. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Golden Eagles will hustle to the line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
Bug, meat, windshield. Ouch. You cannot make a living as a quarterback taking those kind of hits. Nice job scrambling, getting the first down. Let's not do too...
He lost one down the sideline. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Defense in press coverage. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the extra point is good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they closed it going up top for the final few inches and the score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Lester. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. Turns it on at midfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Just feeds the running back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
From the red zone, it's Lester. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Right back to the well. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
No monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Now the toss. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too.
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got to...
Lets it fly. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, no! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Fires to the big fella. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Back to the ground game on the left. At the 40, there he goes. Rams him with the stiff arm. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
He's going to let it go. Got it inside the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And he tacks on the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Unloads to the wideout. And the missed connection on third down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they've got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock, it's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. They're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Looking to pass on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and
headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point is good. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside the 10-yard line, and he coughs it up inside the 20. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here we go. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He's going to pass. He wants it all. And it's caught. Touchdown, no. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Going up top on first down. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
It's all teed up. Boston College will kick to start this third quarter. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense. Moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. A strike downfield. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. And the Noles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. In the red area, it's Lester. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, looking again to throw. Finds his man in the middle. Touchdown Seminoles! And the stomping has commenced. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. The offense lining up for a first down play. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Firing to the right, complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Boston College will send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'll try to run for it. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
This is an offense that leads the nation in 1st downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance, and that's what makes them so hard to stop.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After the misfire now on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Keeps looking downfield. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Bring in the heat. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Coming after it. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they can't make the connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And he intercepts it. What a nice play, and even with the short return, they're in scoring position at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he's dragged down. 4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Trying to slam in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you... Great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. 1st down.
Got the back over the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Looking deep. Grabs it inside the 15. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be dragged down. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
It's caught downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He'll take a shot. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Boston College will send out the punt team. No return possible on this one. It goes. They'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen.
He's going to try to hit him over the top. Hits him inside the 20, still going. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. The give to the back. And after the short run, the clock hits zeros, and we are all wrapped up here. Timeout is called with just a single second left. A 3rd and long coming up here.
3:25.
Lets it go to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue